Hello there and welcome back. If you're just waking up, good morning to you. Good for you if you're just waking up. But how's your weekend? We hope that you stayed safe, and thank you once again for choosing to join us here on the AM show. My name is Enimwa Enimado, and I do this every day of my life with Israel Laye. Yes, I get to say that. But I'm doing this with Israel, who this morning is in a short sleeve shirt and is showing off his abs and his arms and feeling all cool. But it's all good. He will tell you it's because he's going to the market.
Yes.
And so therefore, he has to dress appropriately. But he really just wants to show off, doesn't he?
No, I'm going to the market anymore. Am I not going to the market? Yes. So I can wear a suit and tie and go to the market.
Of course not.
Yes.
Indeed. Anyway, once again, you're welcome. This is the Daily Graphic Review with Israel Lai. So, okay.
It's not a daily. We're bringing you as many of the newspapers as we can. And yes, we're starting with the Daily Graphic, which, because it's the
6:35
National Daily, and it has many pages. I mean, today's Daily Graphic is quite full.
It's very thick, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it will take us some time
Israel.
to go through it.
All right, honey.
Let me check the time.
Whatever you say.
6:36, 6:37. Okay, let's go. So on the front page of the Daily Graphic, $68 million project for UHAS takes off. That's the second phase of infrastructure construction for the University of Health and Allied Sciences in Ho has started, which is good news. So apparently it's going to take 30 months for this to be done, and will pave way for the university to increase the student population from 6,000 to about 10,000. So yes, work is supposed to be starting. But yeah, I mean, in this country, you know that we start many projects, but how to end them and complete them tends to be the problem. Yes. Okay, so inside Africa, Guinea's ousted president in good health. That's ECOWAS saying that. Chad protesters denounce junta. Angola opposition protest, and Tunisia's president to amend constitution. And Iran UN nuclear monitoring deal. Okay. FBI begins declassifying Saudi 9/11 links documents, and Pope warns of anti-Semitism. Then on page 16, Busunu, the Charlie Bridge still inaccessible. And the Busunu-Tachali Bridge that links Busunu and Daboya in the Savannah region remains inaccessible days after the torrential rains in the area. Although the floodwaters from the Tachali River that submerged the bridge have receded, the vehicles still cannot use the bridge because a portion of the road that was washed away has not been fixed. Okay. The residents said they were going through unbearable difficulties and that only a quick response to the appeal to fix the road will save the situation. All right. Help strengthen private universities. That's Professor Omani Entry urging government. And then President announces $139 million water system for Hohoi. Okay, that's good news. The $139 million water supply system is to be constructed for the people of Hohoi municipality to solve the water supply challenges in the area and beyond. That's very good. So we hope that also gets completed so that the people can enjoy potable water. Now, President confirms Ekuamo Esiedu as Auditor General. So essentially, the acting Auditor General has now been confirmed as a substantive successor to Mr. Daniel Domolovo, who was removed from office in March, or well, asked to take his accumulated leave. Right? You will be responsible to Parliament in the discharge of your duties. That's what he is being told. Police arrest man over murder confession. And then on page 32, graphic needy fund support surgery of distressed boy. Okay, that's good. Use more local materials for projects. Vice President urges contractors. And on page 49 says requirements for registration of industrial vessels to be reviewed. We go to the center spread, and there's a news feature on varicocele, believe. So it's supposed to be silent infertility, the silent infertility battle of men. So it says varicocele are associated with male infertility because it is associated with the testes, the site for sperm production. Looks like it's a major issue that most people are not paying attention to. I'll read a bit of the story. It says an estimated 40% of men being investigated for infertility have varicocele, a common condition related to decreased sperm production, low quality and less quality of sperm due to increased temperature in the testes or the scrotum. Okay, there's a whole feature in the center spread. Please get it and get to understand what's going on or what it's all about. Then, who is watching our borders? That's actually somebody writing that letter. Oh, it's an opinion piece, sorry. And let's move on to the other stories that we have in the Daily Graphic. And there's quite a bit. I'd have to flip adverts, 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 adverts. Final year SHS students guided on career path. And then 11 recognized as national business honors. And Isaac Osei chairs GPHA board. So the president, Nana Dodo Akufo-Addo, has appointed a former high commissioner to the United Kingdom, Mr. Isaac Osei, as board chairman of the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority. All right, and 122 in Kwanta North communities now open defecation free, which is good news. And we are committed to prudent management of petroleum resources. As a vice president saying that. And Upon Nkrumah swears in GPCL board. So the Ministry of Information, Mr. Kojo Upon Nkrumah, has inaugurated a 7-member board for the Ghana Publishing Company Limited. Okay. And on page 68, 2,765 girls in Northern Region drop out of school. All right. So apparently it's according to a study which was to collect data on girls who failed to return to school after the COVID-19 outbreak in order to support in the planning to get them back to school. Let's hope we can get them back to school. 2,765, that's quite a number to be out. And in business, renewable energy sector growth critical. And Deputy Minister opens new Guinness brew house. Traders leave Kumasi Central Market. Ohima Jackie remanded over 150,000 CD alleged fraud. She was slapped with 2 counts of defrauding by false pretense and forgery when she appeared before the court, presided over by Ms. Evelyn Someone. Right, and the other stories that we have in the Daily Graphic. 700 legal practitioners converge on Bolga for annual conference, which we had a conversation with the Ghana Bar Association president about last week. And in graphic sports business, Africa Center to shape up industry. GFA to decide Akuno's fate. And then on the back page, 51 women trained to operate heavy equipment, and businessman hands out infrastructure to Pasa schools. I'm done with the Daily Graphic. 6
minutes. Wow. I'm very rarely speechless, but I must say that I am speechless this morning. Well done, Israel. Okay, so let's move to the Ghanaian Times this morning, shall we? On the front page, whole community SHS abandoned. 24-unit classroom, dormitory blocks, staff bungalow left in the wild. Veep hints of passage of law to promote construction sector. Car Construction wins overall Best General Company Award. And police arrest cop over stolen motorcycle, AK-47 assault rifle in Kintampo. Okay. So the police at Kintampo in the Bono East region have arrested one of their own, Lance Corporal Christian Adeboating, for stealing a motorcycle belonging to the service. Okay. 1 died, 10 injured in accident on Accra Cape Coast Highway. Bono region records 44 deaths in 72 accidents. Ghanaians have been asked to pursue career opportunities within global organizations. And in Nigeria's kidnap zone, letters are replacing phones. So for the last few years, life in rural areas of northwestern Zamfara state has been agonizingly brutish. Gun-toting motorbike gangs have made a state of approximately 15,000 square miles, an area bigger than countries like Burundi, Lesotho, and Rwanda, a haven for wanton killing, rape, and kidnapping for ransom. And what they're also doing is not allowing people to use their phones. So if you want to communicate, then you have to do so by writing letters. So the court has ruled that Mugabe's body can be exhumed. Now remember that there was a debate about where he should be buried, and the court is saying that they are going to allow for his body to be exhumed and reburied at the National Heroes Shrine. So that's what's happening. Deadly Indian plane crash blamed on human error. Now, this was August last year. A plane with 190 people crashed at the Calicut airport in the southern state of Kerala and killed 21 people. They're saying it's due to human error. President must throw his weight behind minister for bold initiative. A Ministry of Interior directs applicants to submit application forms to security services. There's a feature on resolving the medical negligence quagmire in Ghana. Some suggested solutions. So if you're interested, that's on page 9 of the Ghanaian Times. Rapid transformation of Hohoi changed the political narrative. That's on page 11. Mahama says to his people, remain united to win back NDC's lost seats. Now, a 42-year-old man has been jailed 18 months for molesting a minor. And Communications Minister is appealing to young girls to embrace ICT studies. Remember that the gap between young girls and young boys who are more interested or more looking towards ICT is still quite wide. So she's encouraging that women take up more of these roles, which is good. Really, really good. Okay, so the Vice President is hinting of passage of law to promote the construction sector. The NYA held a sensitization workshop on reproductive health for youth leaders. And there's that story about the whole community school which has been abandoned. Also in the middle page of the Ghanaian Times. Okay, now let's skip past all the classifieds and go to CSIR trains 1,500 farmers, extension officers in snail farming. Which is interesting. Transport Minister inaugurates DVLA Labor. A lot of new boards being inaugurated since about last week. Now, intravenous infusion secures $3.2 billion facility for expansion drive. So local pharmaceutical giant Intravenous Infusions Place has secured a $3.2 billion medium-term loan from Ecobank Ghana Limited under the government's stimulus package to establish a new plant. And that's really good news for producing our own medicines, and I guess we're well on our way to producing the vaccines that we need as well. Okay, shall we do some sports then? Holyfield 58 flawed in comeback. So Evander Holyfield's comeback against Vitor Belfort has been branded a disgrace. A lot of people have said that it was a disgrace. First round, he fell down. He was knocked left hand thingy, and he fell down. He managed to beat the time, so he got up, but he just kind of floundered for the rest of the first round, and he was pummeled and boxed and all of that, and eventually the referee had to, just say, no, I'm not going to let this continue. Now, social media has been saying that, the man is 58. Why would you even fight in the first place? Remember, however, that he was actually filling in for Oscar de la Hoya, who's 48, who pulled out because he had COVID-19. So Evander Holyfield came in to do that. And he hasn't had a boxing match since 2001, which is 20 years. So I'm not sure, what they were expecting to happen from that. But anyway, Ronaldo double sinks Newcastle, Arsenal, and City. Oh my God, this is breaking news. Arsenal won a match.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Wonders can still happen. God is still seated on the throne. Not on the Arsenal throne, but yeah. I guess he shows mercy sometimes. More sports stories. Hay returns on winning notes. PSG maintain perfect record. Tigers dominate second Goldfields PGA qualifying tournament. 7 bodybuilders to compete in IFBB World Championship. And on the back page, Accra Lions shock hearts. Ooh, I love the sound of that. Accra, oh, somebody's quiet. Accra, let me read the story for you. Newly promoted Ghana Premier League side, Accra Lions, shocked Accra Hasselfolk with a 3-2 win in a friendly match played at the Accra Sports Stadium yesterday.
It's a friendly.
So it's still a loss.
No, I mean, it's a training.
It's
match.
still a loss.
It doesn't count.
It's still a loss.
Doesn't count.
It doesn't count for whom?
It doesn't count because it's not the Ghana Premier League where you're getting points for. That's what I mean.
It counts in the newspaper on the back page. It totally counts. Accra Lions, shock hearts in friendly game. End of my review. Thank you very much.
How many minutes?
7. I learned from the best. I learned from you.
Let's get on with the new Crusading guide. Okay, on the front page, chaos in Adan over leaked MMDC report, and I read a bit of the story. So it says tension is gradually brewing in Big Adan, with the youth threatening to stage a massive demonstration over an alleged leaked MMDC report, in which it's believed that the acting district chief executive has been recommended by the Dan Botwe-chaired committee to the president to be renominated for the second term as DC for Adan East District. Okay, so that's why there's that tension there. And then we move to page 6. Serving on public boards should be seen as responsibility than a reward. That's Professor Ade saying that. And closely related to that, there's a story where the transport minister is saying, cooperate or I'll recommend your removal. And he was speaking with the GMA and GSA Board of Directors. That's the Ghana Maritime Authority and Ghana Shippers Authority. So the story reads, the Minister of Transport, Honorable Kweku Ofori-Siama, has told Board of Directors of the Ghana Maritime Authority, Ghana Shippers Authority, DVLA, and the National Road Safety Authority to cooperate with the ministry in order to achieve its objectives. According to him, he will not hesitate to recommend to the president for the removal of any board member who exhibits gross indiscipline and therefore does not cooperate with the ministry. When I hear stuff like that, what goes through my mind is, could it be that the ministry wants to do something, or the minister wants to have his way with a certain initiative, and the boards are also insisting or standing their ground and saying, no, we're not going to allow that because we're supposed to superintend over the activities and you can't railroad and have your way. But yes, the boards are supposed to work independently in the interest of these organizations and institutions. And well, let's see how that goes. So ignore Mahama's food shortage lights. That's the Agric Minister saying that. And the story is on page 10. That'll be it for the
new Crusading guide. Okay, I'm going to jump straight into the daily guide. MPP embarks on mass registration. Fair Sky awarded Isikuma Have road project. Mahama is a disaster. Nana Jab's Bawumia taunts. Okay, people. Core construction awarded for efforts, and police pick up self-confessed killer taxi driver. President cuts sword for phase 2 UHAS expansion. I'm just going to go straight into the international page. ECOWAS envoys meet Guinea coup leaders, say Condé in good health. Chad protesters denounce the junta. Haiti MP asked to testify in assassination hearing. And FBI declassifies documents on Saudis at 9/11. Now, September 11th was Saturday. It was Saturday, right, Israel? Yeah, it was Saturday. So, of course, brings back a lot of memories, you know, especially for Americans. And it was a horrible day. I can imagine so many stories, you know, that were told. Even on Saturday on social media, so many people were recounting what that day had been like. There was a woman who was recounting how her husband had left a message on her voicemail and said, you know, baby, I don't think I'm going to make it, so take care of my parents. And, you know, I love you. I'll see you when you get here. So tough day, you know. Remember all those who lost their lives on that day. Okay, middle page. Ghana misses out on 2021 BT Hip Hop Award nominations. Roland K. Ofori wins Marketing Personality at National Business Honors 2021. Salinko and wife celebrates 4th wedding anniversary. Okay, congratulations. There, Henry Quarte supports drowned girl's family. 2 arrested for assaulting cop MCE. Kwesi Ansu Treme has written a piece, Do Die 2024, My Beef. That's on page 12. Ghana Gospel Music Awards USA is ready to roll. And on the back page, Arsenal win at last. Kotoko board member drags Kwame Chase Lies FM to cause ruthless. Ronaldo did not disappoint. And then Sawam gets 3 AstroTurfs. That's it for the Daily Guide.
Okay, let's go to the Chronicle. Akufo-Addo hits back at Mahama. I'm sorry, you can't teach me economics.
All right, Akufo-Addo.
Okay, and then also, MPP embarks on mass membership registration. Government increases domestic fish production. And Pram gates to police. Give us armed escort to Dodoa. So the heads of the 3 royal gates in Pram have petitioned the police hierarchy to provide them with adequate security to and from the Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs, Dodoa, where they are scheduled for the hearing of a petition against the legality of Mr. Kwakupon Parker, a claimant to the Pram paramountcy. And also, in the Chronicle, we have that story about the NLA to register unlicensed lotto operators. It's also here. And DVLA gets new governing board. And so in the center spread, there's the 2020 MMDC vetting committee reports. So you can get in there and get to read for yourself why some people have been appointed or nominated. Okay, R. Kelly's 8th accuser claims she was locked up with no food or water for days. And Balenciaga garments under fire for racist sweatpants design. There's quite a number of stories there in the Chronicle. And Bawumia's digitization policy creating digital and technology entrepreneurs. That's Razak Kojo Poku, founder and president of CVM. Okay, and government committed to improving literacy to overcome learning poverty. That's Deputy Minister of Education in Team Fojo. And on the back page, lots of sports stories. Davos Ronaldo scores twice on his return to Man U. Lukaku's brace helps Chelsea win over Aston Villa. So Ronaldo scored 2. Lukaku also scored 2. Okay,
it's 6:57. Let's go to myjoyonline.com and check out some online stories. There, okay, the headlines: police arrest Reverend Owusu Bempa and others for allegedly issuing threats, brandishing weapons, and attacking its officers. So that story came out yesterday evening, that Reverend Owusu Bempa and 3 others had been arrested. Apparently, there was a video going round where he had been threatening some people. I have the statement here, and it says that the suspects are being detained for further investigation over the creation and circulation of multiple videos containing threats, the brandishing of a weapon, and the assault of some police personnel. Now, the suspects are currently in custody and will appear before court today, Monday, September 13, 2021. So that's it for that story. Other stories on My Joy Online would include six-year-old girl dies after slipping into Mamobi gutter during downpour. Oh, that's devastating. We can't prevent fish kills, only God can. That's according to Hawa Kumsin. Massive turnout at first mini clinic of 2021 JoyNews EcoBank Habitat Fair. And we'll be telling you more about that. I mean, if you missed it, we have 2 more. So you can catch up and, see what's happening. Okay, patrons ask for extension as first JoyNews EcoBank Habitat Fair 2021 mini clinic ends. Ghana is not world's 2nd highest porn watching country.
Yes.
It's a live fact checks.
Yeah.
How did you fact check this?
Yeah, because I went to Pornhub, Pornhub.com to find out which country is the highest porn watching or watches porn have the most.
And?
It's the US.
Followed by?
Followed by Japan.
And where is Ghana in there?
Ghana doesn't even feature in the top 20. But you know the story was going around.
Yes.
That they said Ghana second after Nigeria and all that. So it turns out it's not true. So these are 2019 figures. So Pornhub did 2019 year in review. And Ghana is nowhere. Because I was saying that, look, the internet that we need, the amount of internet that we need to get anywhere close to you, we don't have it. So it's not possible that we could be. So that's the reason I actually went in there to research.
Yeah.
As I saw it, I was like, no. You're just saying stuff about Ghana that's not true.
Okay.
And that's
I'm just glad you made it safely back.
I didn't have to go anywhere.
I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
wow.
But I mean, some of the stories that tend to make the round, you know, they don't make sense.
Are not true. Okay, Israel. Wow.
Okay.
And
why? So where Ghana features is when they come to people who are searching for what the Pornhub says is big and beautiful women, BBW. So Ghana is second. Ghanaians who patronize, or people in Ghana who patronize Pornhub are more interested in big and beautiful women.
Okay.
Like anymore.
It's a lie for you. I mean, he's just doing the most, serving his nation for God and country. And,
yes.
And researching Pornhub. Okay. Anyways,
I'm that patriotic.
You're that patriotic. Don't we just love you? So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Oreku Amfafo brings us some sports, and of course the show continues, as well as going off to the market.
Yeah.
Not to tempt the market women, but actually to tell us what's happening with food prices, because we know that
He's going to fact check the
food prices.
Yeah.
Oh God, okay. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.